Man, apparently there wasn't enough drama around D&D, so that changed yesterday, and I was getting all kinds of messages and seeing stuff popping up. Though somebody did just send me a video this morning that I just watched that was kind of going into the news of Hasbro selling D&D. Probably fake news. Probably fake. Not saying that it won't happen, but the news that is going around probably fake. But what I'm talking about is Foundry and D&D officially partnering, which is real news, and it's live. If you get on D&D on Foundry right now, you'll see that little orange exclamation point. Here, let me swap over to the other screen, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. If you are on 2.4.1, you'll see this. Hey, there's an update, which you should go get, an update to the new version, 3.0. So this is all very exciting. That is the new one. There's some cool stuff with it. There's actually a teaser trailer, which I'll go through, but I also have a couple warnings, mostly in that I probably would not recommend switching over right now. All right, let's try this one again. Dungeons & Dragons. Foundry Virtual Tabletop Partners. Okay, I read that in a weird way. All right. So really quick, just pausing right here, looking at this character sheet. If you have played Pathfinder, this has a very similar kind of feel, vibe to it, at least to me anyway. It feels very similar. And I really like Pathfinder on Foundry. It works very well. It's very smooth. So I have high hopes for this partnership. I'll say when I first heard it, I didn't love the news. I was a little bit nervous. That's really just because Wizards of the Coast have been doing a lot of weird stuff. I don't need to tell you that. You already know. The trust with Wizards of the Coast, pretty low right now. But I don't know how this really could go poorly for Foundry. Knock on wood. So I just think that this is positive, and I am optimistic. The layout of the new character sheet, I really like. I'm a big tidy sheet fan. If you've played games with me, you know I really like the tidy sheets. This, I'll probably swap off of tidy sheets for this new character sheet. We'll get into why. First off, just the layout of it. I really like the way they have like the health, your AC. It works. It works. It looks nice. I think that it's going to be far more intuitive for new players. There was one thing that confused me. So on the right side, you see over here, he clicked down, or whoever clicked down to the inventory to show the inventory. It's weird with it being on the right side if you're used to all of the other character sheets, but I think it works. You got your features, you got your spells, and if you notice, they drop something onto the favorites bar so you can favorite all of that, which is part of why I like the tidy sheets. I think that the new chat cards look really nice. I haven't played with it enough to really test their improved functionality. I really like that they have the conditions all set there so people can read what the different conditions do, toggle it on and off. It all looks very nice. They're also going to be importing, I think it is the Lost Mines of Phandelver. And so this is from that module, and they've got a couple of the things. If you've ran a Pathfinder game, you know that you can click stuff in there or drag it into the chat to have players roll, do various things. None of this stuff is going to be completely new. So the given out experience and stuff like that after killing monsters, you know, what is it? Monk's token bar, I believe, lets you do that. So like different mods let you accomplish all of these things, but it's nice that it's going to be native to the system now. I haven't played with the dynamic tokens feature or feature animated effects. It looks cool though, especially if it's easy to use. I haven't played with that. I tried to. I'm not sure where it's hidden. I haven't spent a ton of time looking through it. All of this stuff is, I mean, I don't know what specifically is changing with any of this. You can throw a tile down and have it do the spinning thing. Like, you could always accomplish that with macros. So I'm not really sure what's changing here, if they're just highlighting features of Foundry. Most of you, much like me, probably already have all of the D&D Beyond monsters imported into your game through the D&D Beyond importer, which is really one of the main questions. Is we're at the end of this. Some of the questions that I have. Are they going to add an import functionality like the D&D Beyond importer? I would really hope so. That would be awesome. But at least I haven't heard anything about it. If you have, please let me know in the comments, but I haven't heard anything about them adding that. They also, if they don't do that, really need to add a better character creation process, because the one that they have in there right now is just not, it's not good. Now, part of why I wanted to get this video out, usually I would like to test things and really play with some stuff before making a video, but I wanted to get this out because just in my very brief time playing with it, testing some things, there's a couple things to know. And most off, you probably should not update right now. You should probably give it a little bit of time, because things like MIDI QOL, broken. I shouldn't say broken, but they don't work. It doesn't even let you turn MIDI QOL on. So here, let me share this screen where I have my test server. So some of these you'll notice, like MIDI QOL doesn't let you update it because you're past the required version. Same thing with, there was a couple others that I used. The convenient effects is another one that I'm a big fan of. And then, so right now I can double click this. It won't let me open their character sheet. I can open up this one because I have this one set to the legacy. But if I were to switch this off of legacy to the current one, it doesn't work. As you see, it closed, did not refresh. And that is because I have dynamic After Effects on. So if you turn this off, now it will work. So there's just a couple different mods that just don't work at all. And then some other mods that mess with the game if you have it turned on. So now I can open up the new style character sheet. If you do want to jump to the new version, definitely be careful. Make sure you back up, do some testing. I'm sure that there are more mods than what I just pointed out that that don't work right anymore. I think a lot of the kind of, you know, the dynamic After Effects, the macros, the convenient effects, things like that, I think are going to be very weird. And if you rely a lot on things like MIDI, like I do, I love MIDI QOL, it doesn't work right now. I'm sure that updates will come out soon that will fix a lot of it. But for right now, if you rely on those things, you probably don't want to disturb your game. Just don't update. Leave it alone. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think that it is a good thing? Do you think people should be concerned about D&D partnering with Foundry, especially if you don't plan on playing one D&D? Time will tell. Curious what everyone thinks. And if they do have or have announced some of the extra functionality that I was talking about, either a character creation process or importing from D&D Beyond, please let me know, because I have not seen anything. But that's all I have. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed.